Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Nice sharp pullback. I have absolutely been killing it with the tether game. I didn't do it during this first ruckus because of all the news with tether, right? People are saying this and that about it. But now that they're like getting their shit audited and, you know, everything's starting to be more legit, I'm willing to take more of a risk on tether. And man, it has been paying off big time. These Bitcoin swings are just so predictable. The Ethereum swings, it is just so predictable. And it's very nice to just kind of get, I have just absolutely been killing it. I have been taking huge swings with tether on Bitcoin and just massacring. Because I knew, like, I had a feeling that the market was going to dip a little bit last night. And boom, woke up, hit all of my Bitcoin lures. And it's just like those big boy flips. That's where it's all at. Like, you don't need to make much, you know, when you buy when you sell a bunch of Bitcoin at 4, buy it at 35, sell it back at 4, you know, it doesn't take too many before that becomes very, very lucrative. And it's just so nice right now. It's just such a nice time to make a lot of money. I've just been scooping up these coins left and right. The passive income coins, that's all I really care about. It's funny, I'm looking for a social media marketer. Just got a message from him during our check, and it was a friend. And I basically was like, I want to hire somebody I could say something mean to. And I called him a name, and he understood. He started laughing. He's like, yeah, I get you. It's always nice to have a friend that is good at what they do and good at what you need them for. The tether game is real, guys. The QTUM game is real, guys. The Walton game is real, guys. All of these coins. Because, see, so I've been doing my business development, obviously. But, dude, when I see this shit happen, I got to get the jersey. You guys got to understand, a month in the crypto game is like a decade. You can get so much done in a couple months. Living proof of that. You can definitely get a lot done in a few months. And I literally had to come out of retirement, get the jersey off the wall for the trading, because the trading has been, why is it not letting me do that? Too many redirects. I just want to look at Walton, guys. It's not even a big deal. It's not a big deal. Just let me look at Walton. No? It's apparently a big deal. All right, we got to go to the view all. We're going to search this motherfucker. That's the thing, man. Brave has been messing with me for a little bit lately. I don't know what the hell's up, but it's been messing with me. Maybe it's something going on my end. I need to. All right, here we go. Nah. All right, well, just whatever. Can I get to 20? Whatever. Well, Walton has absolutely been a gem for me. Back to talking about for just the ebbs and flows. Neo. Oh my God. Neo has been so great to me. These coins are so, I don't know. Like, I put the game out there for you guys, and I always come back with a fuck ton of fish. And then people look at me and like, man, how do you got so many fish? I wish I could have that many fish. And then I don't know. I just think to myself, I was like, man, do you guys really want the money? Do you want it? Because you say you do. It's like, oh man, I want the money you have, but yet I don't see anybody really trying. It's like, I don't think you really do, because you don't know the work evidently that goes into it. Like, there's a lot of grunt work. There's a lot of eating shit. There's a lot of eating dust that goes into making money in any endeavor. And a lot of people, like this cryptocurrency, like, I hate even calling it that. It's just this new internet 2.0, whatever you want to call it, the new peer-to-peer. It's bringing the world together. It's a better internet. That's what this is. This isn't just these aren't coins. This is a better version of the internet. It's an upgraded. That's all it is. And you're investing in that, right? And we're investing in the next currency, the next Amazons, the next Googles, the next Facebooks, the next all of this. All of these things are being replaced. Think of Blockbuster. Think of these giant Mongol businesses. I mean, there's just so many of them. Billion-dollar businesses that aren't here anymore. They don't last forever. Those type of empires are very fickle. The only type of empires are the ones run in the governments, right? The government, though, and outside the governments. And John McAfee said something. No. It was Vitalik. Vitalik said something really gangster in his interview with the. He had that crazy ass shirt on. It looked like something on Star Wars. Anyway, he was talking about. They're talking about the governments, and he was talking about he knew somebody. Thailand. Where was it? It was a government. There was a government official in some country. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not going to say which one. But basically, he said that the person there was like pretty much like an anarchist, like in the pure sense. Like you hear anarchy and you think, you know, like the wrong shit. Like there's like a politically correct term for that shit. Basically a person who doesn't really believe in governments and they work for the government. And he was saying like, there's cool people. There's people who aren't just, he called them like soulless suits, I think. Pretty gangster. But it's like, there's more people out there who really care about decentralization, really like what's going on with cryptocurrency that work for the government. And you're going to start to see like it happen. It's going to like the governments aren't just one big beast. Like it's made up of people, and these people, a lot of them, he was saying like, you know, like cryptocurrency. So it might not be as big of a struggle as people think. And it's just here to stay. And there's absolutely no getting rid of it at this point. And the amount of wealth, God, the amount of wealth, guys. I'm just so glad that I've been sharpening myself my whole life for this moment, because I really missed the Facebook boom, but I was young. I was a little too young, didn't have really any connections or anything kind of happened. And I remember I vowed to myself I would never miss that next opportunity. And they only come every once in a while. You only get them once every 10 years or so. They'll come in some kind of, and sometimes they're even spread out longer than that. You know, there's usually a few times in a lifetime, and really only one good one in your lifetime. And this was my good one. Perfect timing, prime age, just absolutely ready for the opportunity. And it's not over at all, guys. It's like the train is like all aboard, you know, door's been open for a little bit, but it's still got time. And yeah, it's gonna leave, and then people are gonna be like, "Wow, that was really here. That train of opportunity was right in front of me." And it's just, I mean, I'm obsessed with this stuff. This is all I do. I listen to every interview. I listen to everybody, every side. If you want to get some real motherfucking news, go and look at the local Chinese, like the local stations where you can actually see the news, like Korean news and all this stuff, and you get it from a different perspective, because you can start to see like how the governments really manipulate the media, because you listen to one media and you're like, well, that's not true because I live there and I don't, that's a lie. And then you'll listen to the other side and you're like, well, it doesn't seem like it's that way over there. It's just, it's really quite crazy if you start to really dig deep. And I love doing that stuff. I love just seeing how everything is together, seeing all the Mongols and what they're doing. Steam has just been not doing that well. OnG is just going to kick Steam in the dick. I think they're going to work together nicely because they're two separate things. Like Steam is more like a Quora blog site, and OnG is more it is a Facebook. That is the target, to kill Facebook. Steam is not that way. This one is. And it's the only one out there that I've seen that's going to look and feel exactly like Facebook, but better. And you're going to have cryptocurrency rewards, which is awesome. But your privacy, the fake news, absolutely has potential. And the cool thing with OnG is we're getting the attention of a lot of big names, and a lot of big players are starting to get interested in what we're doing, waiting for the new UI, seeing the user experience, waiting for the app and all that good stuff. That's something that can definitely, you know, when Facebook first started, it was kicked around for a long time, you know. Homeboy, if you watched, if you read into it, not just the movie, but if you read into it, I think it was like $10,000 or $15,000 was the initial investment. That's it, right? The guy who's worth billions now. That's where it started, right? It kicked around. It was at a college. It was, they had the in crowd, you know, about the Harvard only, and then it spread from college to college. Well, this is going to go worldwide because they didn't have an angle. When Facebook was taking out MySpace, it didn't have an angle. Its only angle was, well, you have to be in college and you have to be a cool kid to get in. That was the original angle, but it did nothing better. It didn't offer any better privacy. It didn't do anything. And now we don't have to play any angle. OnG doesn't have to play any angle. We're out here. It's like we just set out a better product, and it's 100 times better. And eventually the better product always wins. It's just that simple. When you use it, and it's as good as Facebook, better than Facebook. And these are just projects I absolutely love. I love it because I have a big seat at the table, and I'm just gonna fucking kill it, man. I'm just gonna absolutely. It's gonna be a massacre. Facebook does not have a chance. I'm gonna start a "Why I Quit Facebook" campaign. I'm gonna throw a lot of money into it, and it's gonna be like a real serious campaign awareness, like raising awareness on what the fuck Facebook's doing and what Anji's doing to stop it. Just so many cool projects, and right now it's just such a good time to make money if people are really tracking down their good coins. What's a good coin right now? Neo is a great coin, guys, because we know it's not going to moon. Although Charlie Lee, I've been getting some intel, not sure if it's true or not yet. I don't like to speculate on news. I don't speculate on news. When I hear news, I don't give a fuck. I'm doing what I'm doing, watching the market. I'll listen to the news in effect and say, okay, well, this coin might do this, so I might want to set my lures deeper. But that's the only thing. And when I heard something about Charlie Lee talking about that the news could be fake coming out of China, and that's the thing, man, the Chinese news, like, nothing's really been official. Like, you know, we haven't really got an announcement, and they could just say, yeah. That's the crazy thing about China is like they're playing poker right now. They get to see the reaction if they were to ban it, basically, right? They get to see what's happening. And then at the end, if they don't like it, they can say, well, that was fake news. We never said anything, yada, yada, yada. This is what's happening. Cryptocurrencies for everybody. You never know what's going to happen. And I don't try to act like I know what's going to happen because we have no idea who's doing what and for what. You hear Russia kind of flip-flopping like bad, good, regulate. Maybe we should, you know, put more security. That's a given. Every country is going to try to make higher security and cut out the scams. Like, that's just a given because the main reason all of these governments are getting involved was because of all the scams. The government doesn't care until it's fucking with their bank, which this isn't really, not yet. This isn't enough money to really fuck with the $1 trillion pool that's out there. But what is fucking with them is all the people who are coming to them saying, I was scammed. I was scammed. These cryptocurrencies, I was scammed, right? And then they have to deal with it, right? Then they have to. They can't just not deal with it. And that's what's happening because, I mean, the governments have a lot of shit going on. They really don't believe Bitcoin. They do now. They're starting to, but even just a year ago, it wasn't a real threat. They looked at it as funny money. It's kind of like they just thought they could, you know, just thrash it enough to where it wouldn't survive if they needed to, right? Just have some of these big bankers come out and say, it's a fraud, and everybody dumps, and then they control it, yada, yada. That's what they thought was happening. And now they're a little shook because it didn't happen. And when you had the China blow and you had everything and we're still sitting very pretty, I'm not quite sure. These ebb and flows are so sharp. It's so amazing how much money you can make right now at any point, right? Because I have lures on both ends of this right now. And I'm keeping my ear pinned to the news because whatever China says, this market could jump. The market can't really dump anymore. And it can, right? But it's like we've got the worst of it, right? Because if China was to come out and say, oh, it's banned, everything they said is true. Well, that's what we expected, right? It's kind of like, okay, well, it wouldn't be a shocker. However, if China was to say it was fake news or whatever, like they changed their mind or whatever the fuck happens, you would see this thing absolutely skyrocket right back up to 175, 200 billion, easy. That's the game we're playing with right now. And obviously, I think there's a small chance that happens. Nothing's impossible, though. I'm a poker player. I'm not going to sit here and say that that's not an impossibility. So I'm ready for both. I took my big swings because I knew the news. I just had a really gut feeling that the news wasn't going to come out in this week, really. And now that it's Friday, I'm going to look to take another huge swing when it comes to the Tether Bitcoin game. And I'm ready for both aspects. But for the people just sitting back looking at this ride, and I understand it sucks. Like when this goes up and down and you're sunk. I mean, I've done that, guys. Like, I've been everything you've been. Everything in your little lifetime of crypto, I've been. You know, sunk underwater, not had enough money to buy the dips, yada. I've been there, done that, guys. I mean, of course. I didn't just come into the game on a fucking white stallion and just say, oh, and then just get all the way to all the money. No, that's not how it happened. I went through some shit, a lot of shit, and I improvised. When things are down, go to your favorite coin. Your favorite fucking coin that's not doing that good. Something that's down. Maybe something like No Limit Coin, or maybe something a smaller coin like Verge, or there's a lot of small coins out there, guys. Hell, even pillars considered very small because the 24-hour volume was at like nothing last time I checked. Anything with low volume on a downer, a smaller coin, smaller market cap coin. If you want to make a come up, guys, you got to give a lot of value, right? Just so go to your favorite coins and give as much value as you can without asking for anything. 95%ish of people, is my guess, will quit. They'll do it once, they'll do it twice, and then they'll expect some coin. And that's why. That's the answer to why the money isn't where you think it should be. But the people that keep doing it for the rest of their life, if they just say every damn day, I'm going to fucking do something for this coin, doesn't matter what it is, never going to ask for nothing, don't care, results, just gonna keep doing value, those people 2 months from now will have more money than they've ever had in their life. That's just how it works. That's how life works. It's not a mystery. It's not a mystery. It's not that hard. It just takes effort. Effort's not hard. When I go weightlifting, people are like, man, is that hard? It's like, no, I'm giving effort. That's different. Something that's hard is dealing with something that's out of your control. That's hard. But when something's in your control, and it only requires effort, when did effort be associated with hard? It's not hard. It's 100% in my power. The only thing that's hard is things that are out of my power. Those are things that are hard to deal with. Wow, we're talking about 53 cents. Definitely going on. See, I bought a lot of coins last night, and I could have got a big discount because I bought it at like 124 market cap, $2 billion down. Not a big discount, but about 5-10%. And that's cool. I don't care. I really don't care because I know that this price right now, everything that I like right now is a super steal as far as I'm concerned. I never buy up the whole lot on one day. That's not what I do. I always buy my amount that I like, and then I wait to see what happens the next day. Right now it's a little bit cheaper. I'm going to buy some more. And then tomorrow it's a little bit cheaper. I'm going to buy some more, right? I ration it for about 5-6 days. So whatever you have, I like to chop it 5-6 days ahead. And then after the 6 days, once you're exhausted and it's still going down, that's a scary sign, but it's still good because then you can find opportunities for value. During the blood days are when the coins need the support the most. So if you go to a coin when everyone's freaking out and you're a symbol of calm and you're like, hey, I can do this, that, or that. And another thing is, don't ask what to do. This is a real big tip. Especially if you're coming to someone like me, never ask, hey man, what can I help with? Never do that, right? Because I don't know what your skills are and I'm not comfortable telling anyone to do anything, even for money, right? Now, if you say, hey man, I noticed this was going on and I could help with this and that, and here are some samples of my work and you give me samples of shit about No Limit Coin and I'm like, man, that's nice. You're hired, right? Like, this is good work. You boom, right? That's how you get, so you don't waste your time. I'm not saying these are just little tips to get you going. Just whatever it is, man. It's like, man, your music is for that radio, look at this sample I drawed up. Boom. And I might say, well, I don't really like it, but I like the effort, right? And you're like, all right, cool, right? And then a lot of people are going to quit right there. They're done, right? But then you might notice maybe, there's music for something else, or maybe you draw up another one and send it to me. Right? It's like, I don't know. It's just, I'm not a fan of ever quitting, right? I always know the value I can bring. Now, there's a difference if you feel like your value's going on deaf ears. That's the game you play. That's the risk you take. That's why you like to do your homework. That's why, it's nothing to try to get a hold of me and get a hold of somebody on the team, get on a Skype call, feel them out, feel the team out, do some research. If you like the team, if you like the coin, and you think you can bring some kind of value, it's so hard to describe value because anybody can do anything. And as long as you keep pumping it up and keep doing good things, worst case scenario, if you're invested in that coin, you've helped it. And even if you don't get anything extra in return, you still helped your investment out. That's the worst case scenario I look at. And that's not a bad deal. That's a pretty good deal. Best case scenario is you can make more money than you've ever dreamed possible and unlock doors that you never thought were possible. That's the best case scenario. Those aren't bad. Either of them aren't bad. It's just the ones that quit. people want to see where I'm at and they wish they were here, but it takes a lot of getting, you know, a lot of just eating shit, working for free. It takes a lot of that. And sometimes it takes a lifetime of that and you never get there. And that's the shitty part. That's the risk though, because nothing's a guarantee. You just have to fight for it and give as much value as you possibly can and be real smart with your money. Really, like, these are the times to buy, guys. Like, I'm setting deep lures. I'm buying every day during these dips. At any given moment, something huge could happen. It's going to be a very, very rocky road. If you're asking what to buy, it's crazy. Gas is just absolutely skyrocketing. I've been doing my Neo thing, actually. I just set it up last night. Put my 1,000 Neo in there. And I don't know, 0.1 gas. I love the passive income coins because here's another Obsidian got last night. Getting I love the passive. I don't know. There's something about passive income coins. They're just so sexy. They're so addictive. I just absolutely love getting paid from multiple avenues every single day for the rest of that coin's life. And I really think things like Obsidian are like going to be like the next Snapchat. It's just way better than Snapchat. It's everything Snapchat wished it could be. And Snapchat didn't make a coin. And it's a little bit, it's not too late, but it's like, I don't know, man. Like, people underestimate it. They think you can just throw up a coin and get it out there, but I don't know. And especially when you're a billion-dollar company, that's the thing. It's the fear, man. People don't understand it until you've been rich. And then you're like, I can relate. When you have billions of dollars and everything's going good, like in Snapchat's world, and because a lot of people aren't firm believers of cryptocurrency, you don't want to take that risk. You're like, man, I've already made it. Like, I don't even care if Snapchat goes down. I have billions in the bank. I've made it. I don't need to take a risk because I could lose. And why take a risk when I'm going to win? And they think in their head, no matter what, they're going to win because they already have the money. That's where the mindsets come. That's why Blockbuster didn't do it. They were afraid. They're like, well, if we focus on this, maybe the quality will go down and people will always want to come in and buy DVDs. And that's what, you know, Snapchat's like, well, we're already everywhere and, you know, no one really wants to switch. We already have all the features. There's no way these small guys are going to come up. And then once it happens, it's over. Plus, I don't know, just something about Snapchat. These big companies coming out with their own. Like, if Facebook came out with a coin, dude, I'd be highly wary. I don't know. I just wouldn't trust it. Would you trust it? I don't know. The Zuckerberg coin? Either way. I just think that these small headshots, you know, you got the next Snapchat. You got the next fantasy sports worldwide. You know, you got the next Windows. You got the next Linux. You got these new operating systems that are just absolutely going to kill it. And it's I'm not sure, it's spooky how it just came up out of nowhere. This cryptography is just absolutely world changing and amazing. Good time to get your favorite coins, whatever they may be. There's just so many good ones. I like Civic, I like Sia coins, I like Populous. Let's just go down the list. I like Funfair. I got a little bit of BlockNet. I got some Verge. I got some, got a little bit of everything, guys. I actually have been selling, trying to get focused. Walton's down. This is a good time to buy Walton. What else am I buying? Obviously, these are what I'm buying. You can buy whatever hell you want. I snagged up some more Vertasium for the hell of it. It's so cheap. I'm just a big believer in big things. Like MyBit's super cheap right now. MyBit's always super cheap until we fucking get that beta up. It's just absolutely free money. The people who got into the Vibe Hub ICO got an absolute steal. Oh my god. It was such a small ICO and they had it rigged like EOS, and it backfired on the co-founders. Like, the co-founders got fucked in a way because their coins aren't nearly as valuable. However, the people who invested got a home run because they got such good value for their money. The coins are going to be valuable regardless. They have the platform. It's just hard to raise the amount of money it used to in these ICOs. And then just an absolute steal. That was like waking up on EOS scan and getting EOS for like 10 cents or something, because that was just absolutely one of the better deals I've ever seen when it came to an ICO. That's why I liked it. I was thinking, man, if this thing's small, you're gonna get such a great deal. Like, oh my god, wait, people are just like freaking out. I've gotten so many messages. People are like, wow, I got such a good deal. It's like, are you kidding me? Because a lot of people thought it was like 100 per Vibe X or whatever. They didn't realize that, no, it's set up like EOS. It's a pool. You get whatever was raised. And people are starting to realize, like, holy shit, if this thing works, then I'm rich. So it's congrats to those people. The team is strong. I believe in Vibe Hub. I love VR. Got an interview also with Spective. Still got that ICO coming up. Love them. Gonna have it on Nicholas Live channel. The gangsta interviewer, you all guys know, Nicholas, aka XP, or XP, aka Nicholas. But yeah, I'm gonna kill it here. Cheers. Peace.